Following Luke Skywalker's duel with Darth Vader on Cloud City, Luke was in desperate need of a new lightsaber, the weapon of a Jedi. But his lack of weapon wasn't his most immediate concern in the months following the events of The Empire Strikes Back. Instead, Luke wanted to learn as much as he could regarding the questions that plagued him after the duel with Vader, namely, whether it was true the Sith Lord was his father. It was these questions that brought Luke to Tatooine and to the hut of his former mentor Obi-Wan Kenobi. In truth, Luke was officially on Tatooine as part of the rescue mission to save Han Solo, but it wasn't long before the Jedi saw the value in Obi-Wan's home in regard to his questions. Finding the hut to be in surprisingly good condition, Luke went inside, beginning his search for any information that might be waiting within the Jedi Master's home. Unsurprisingly, Luke began his search with the chest that produced his first lightsaber, that which belonged to his father, believing other secrets might lay within. But when the chest turned up empty, a defeated Luke knew the answers wouldn't come to him so easily. After expanding his inspection, he found a trapdoor in the floor of the hut that led downward to a cellar. Despite it clearly being a storehouse for food and water, Luke's search would prove worthwhile as he found a hidden box made of wood. Although a code was needed to bypass the keypad lock, a code Luke had no idea of, he was lucky to find that merely brushing the tips of his fingers over the keypad was enough to snap the box open, saving Luke from having to destroy it or find a code. As Luke opened the box, he immediately found it was full of books, apparently ancient ones with handwritten notes, rather than the more common data pads one would expect to find. After finding the largest volume that appeared to be the most ancient, and again bypassing the thumb clasp that locked its contents from any intruders, Luke was shocked to find a handwritten greeting from Obi-Wan, telling him to read the books and study them wisely. Seeing that each page was filled with information about the Jedi High Council, the Sith, the Old Republic, and the Clone Wars, just to name a few, Luke was elated, believing he just stumbled upon what he needed, something that would connect Anakin Skywalker to Darth Vader. But after quickly flipping through the pages, looking for any reference to either name, Luke found nothing, no mention of Anakin or Vader. While he was momentarily disappointed that the answers he wanted regarding his father's identity weren't jumping out at him, Luke was captivated by another section, a section that contained Obi-Wan's instructions for the construction of lightsabers. This would solve Luke's other immediate need, gaining a new weapon to help defeat the Emperor. These teachings were invaluable, as Luke hadn't even considered the possibility of building a new lightsaber to replace the one he lost. The writings of Obi-Wan would make it clear to Luke that the most essential component to a lightsaber, and thus its construction, was its crystal, and to achieve the best results, a natural crystal was preferred. Luke was instantly fascinated, forgetting his initial questions regarding Vader altogether. Luke knew a lightsaber needed a natural jewel, but he had no idea where to get one. Dedicating himself to the study of lightsaber construction, he flipped back to the beginning of the section to learn everything. Luke would then learn from Obi-Wan that while the Jedi Master constructed his first lightsaber within Coruscant's Jedi Temple, much more important to Obi-Wan's journey was what he would accomplish on the planet of Ilum, allowing Luke to see the name of the ancient planet so important to the Jedi for the first time. As Obi-Wan made clear, when he reached the age of 13, he traveled to Ilum, and it was here where he learned the true power of a lightsaber. Luke would quickly flip through the next few pages, hoping to find details about what exactly Obi-Wan learned on Ilum and how it impacted his lightsaber. But when no further mention was made, Luke concluded the former Jedi must have wanted to keep these details private, and learning the true power of a lightsaber had to be accomplished for oneself. And yet, these brief entries made by Obi-Wan already provided so much information. Luke recognized that Ilum was a place, one he never heard of before, nor did he know where it was located. Furthermore, while Obi-Wan wouldn't come out and say it in the book that Ilum was the place where he obtained his lightsaber crystal, it's clear that Ilum was inextricably linked with the most powerful crystals that would result in understanding the true power of a lightsaber. The answers were all right there for Luke, as mentioning the fact the most essential component of a lightsaber was its crystal, and that Ilum resulted in unlocking the weapon's true power. It doesn't take much to connect Ilum with its powerful crystal caves. What was obvious to Luke after reading this section of the book was that the best natural crystals were a product of their environment, located on specific planets throughout the galaxy. Luke only had one problem. He didn't know where Ilum was, which isn't surprising given the efforts of the Jedi and Empire to hide information about the planet. Since he didn't have time to travel the galaxy in search of Ilum, Luke had to undertake a different method of producing his needed lightsaber crystal. But make no mistake, through these writings passed from Obi-Wan to Luke, the knowledge of Ilum was not lost to the Jedi after Order 66, as it was clear the planet was synonymous with crystals that would unleash the true power of a lightsaber. So there we have it, how Luke learned of Ilum and its connection to lightsaber crystals. We love making these videos, so why not subscribe for more fun Star Wars theories and discussions. Also, if you enjoyed the video, think about giving a like or leaving a comment. Or perhaps follow us on Twitter at SW Reading Club for updates regarding the channel. Or support the channel through Patreon for access to exclusive rewards and discussions. If not for me, for actual useful information.